In my opinion, you never need an excuse to wear lipstick. But National Lipstick Day is coming up, and I thought, what better reason to play with the season's most gorgeous lip trends? In today's video, I'm covering 4 of those lip trends, and I'm also going to show you how to transition them from summer to fall. Now, before we start anything, I just want to talk a little bit about lip prep. I already have my lips prepped. I'm wearing the Laneige sleeping mask. I have this in my kit. I have it at my bedside table. I love it. I feel like there's nothing better. It just hydrates the lips and it gets rid of any dead skin that you might have or any dry patches you might have on your lips to prepare them for the lipstick. If you do have some rough patches on your lips that just won't go away, I do recommend taking a little bit more of this on your lips to make sure there's a nice thick layer on your lips and taking a washcloth or a paper towel. I have these cotton rounds from the Clean Skin Club. One side is smooth and the other side is textured. These are really great to get any kind of lip color or any dead skin off the lips as well. I wanted to start with something super easy, super feminine, and super gorgeous. So the first trend I'm talking about today is the blurred berry lip. This is super easy to achieve. I have a couple of things right here I'm just going to show you. This is the Fine Line Lifter Liner from Maybelline, New York. And for lipstick, this is Velvet Enchantment by Lisa Eldridge. I have not been able to find a color that is as similar as this. I'm going to swatch it for you. It's so beautiful. It's like a soft berry, but it's almost warm and cool at the same time. It's like a neutral berry color. It's not pink, it's not blue, it's not orange, and you can really make this color work for you. And since I don't have a paper towel anywhere, I'm just going to take another cotton round and blot off the excess lip balm so we can start fresh. So to do this berry lip very easily, I'm going to start with the bullet. I'm just going to take my finger. I'm just going to start rubbing it into the lips and kind of creating that blurred effect. I'm going to take a little bit more. And what you can do is you can kind of go over the Cupid's bow like that. Bring it down. Make sure to hit the corners. One of my biggest pet peeves is when lipstick stops and it doesn't go all the way to the end of the mouth. So that's one thin layer of the lipstick buffed into the lips, and I think this is perfect for every day. It actually goes really well with the makeup that I'm wearing, with my brushed up brows and a little bit of skin tint. I have a little bit of bronzer on and some mascara. Very easy, very everyday. Now, if we wanted to amp it up just a little bit, that's where I would bring the liner into the equation. This is the Lifter Liner from Maybelline. So I'm just going to take it flat, not like this, and just create a little bit of dimension. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to take my finger, blur that a bit, and then press it in with your finger. And it gives it like that bitten berry look, which is so beautiful and so popular right now. This is a bit of a departure for me because whenever I wear lipstick, I like to have a lip liner and I like there to be structure to my lips. And this is the opposite of what I usually do. It feels very effortless. It feels very summertime. And I feel like if you wanted to bring it into fall, all you would have to do is just keep adding liner and maybe deepen it a little bit. But even this could be a fall lip as well. This is definitely a September lip. Our second lip trend is something that was inspired by the late 90s and early 2000s and kind of made a big resurgence last year, kind of last summer, I think. It's the Cherry Cola lip. And how we're going to achieve that is with a brown lip liner and a red gloss. Now, the reason why these two are important is because the brown lip liner will give it dimension and the cherry gloss will make it pop. These together make it universally flattering on pretty much everybody, which is another reason why I wanted to talk about it. Also, because we're using lip liner and lip gloss together, you might be at risk for feathering a little bit. So a way to prevent that is taking your foundation brush that you use for your foundation. It should have a little bit of product left over in there, and just press it over your lips. And then if you really want to seal the deal, you can go in with a powder puff and just blot away. So then your lips are nice and dry and ready. Using the same technique that I use with the Maybelline Lifter Liner, just taking it on the side, making it really soft. If you want to take your finger, and then we're going to take the gloss and just dab it right in the middle of the lips. And then by pressing them together, it mixes the liner and the gloss together. It's so pretty. It's so 90s. This is definitely reminiscent of something I wore in middle school. Probably something from Revlon. I don't know why. That's kind of what it feels like. And just for fun, because this is just how I'm feeling, if you want to modernize it just a little bit more, take the lip gloss, scoop some out on the back of my hand like this. I'm just going to take my finger and then just tap and do a little face gloss moment. Really pretty. Obviously, I would recommend to make sure that your hair is back and secured before you do anything like this, because one gust of wind, it's going to be a big fat mess. I learned that lesson the hard way. Oh, and as far as what we used, this is the Milk Chocolate Lip Liner from Makeup by Mario. And this is the CoverGirl Yummy Gloss and You're So Jelly. The third lip trend is something that I feel like I've been seeing a lot of. It's definitely more fall inspired, but I think you can also wear it year round, even in the summertime. As far as inspiration, one of the first people that comes to mind is Jenna Ortega and her recent red carpet looks, because I think this is definitely a trend that her makeup artist has been following. It's the plummy lip. Now, this is one of those lip looks that if you layer it the right way, you can definitely make it work for you, and you can go as deep as you want. And running with the theme of lip liner and lip gloss from our Cherry Cola lips, I'm going to be using a lip gloss. This is the Fido Glow Shimmer from Naturium, and I have 2 lip liners here. I'm going to show you why I have 2 in just a second. This is in the shade Galaxy, so I have a little bit. It's definitely that plum tone. I'm just going to take it on my finger, buff it into the lips, really easy. So here we have very sheer, very easy, very summer, but I definitely want to amp it up a little bit and give it a little bit of structure. I have Obvi from ColourPop. This is also a plummy tone, but it's the lighter of the 2. And because we're doing it on top of the gloss, it's going to give a lot more slip, so it's not going to be as pigmented, and it's just going to give kind of the hint of a shape. I'll just show you. Now, using a lip liner on top of something slippery like a lip gloss or even a satin lipstick is a really good trick if you love the lip liner that you're using, but it's just a little too dark, but you still like the shade of it. No need to throw your makeup away or buy a completely different liner. You can make it work for you. Do you see how it gave it just a little bit more dimension and a little bit more depth? So I would say that this is probably more of like a summer plum, right? So, but what if we want to transition into fall? I have my most favorite of favorites. Please do not judge because it is a nub, but I cannot get rid of it. And I just haven't gotten around to buying a new one because I still have this little bit left. This is Night Moth from MAC. This is one of those iconic lip liners. There have been companies that have tried to dupe this shade and you just can't do it. It's so good. It's in a category all on its own. It's a dark, deep black plum. It's so beautiful, but it's also really versatile because as you can see, it's super strong on the back of my hand, but because we have the lip gloss already on our lips, it's going to diffuse it. So here, right there. And now even just that, swiping on my lower lip, it gave it such beautiful dimension, but you can keep going if you want to. So let's go on the top. And then if you really want to get creative, just blot the middle of your lips, and you can go back in with the Galaxy lip gloss and just tap and create that ombre kind of lip. And because I'm feeling inspired, I'm just taking a cream blush. This is from the Makeup Forever blush palette, blush and contour palette. Doing a little bit of blush. It's a little feminine, little goth, very Wednesday Addams. I'm probably saying that because of the Jenna Ortega reference, but still. For our fourth and final trend, this is another one of my favorites because I am a child of the 90s. We're going to do a classic 90s nude lip. But we're going to do the nude lip that I wish I could have done when I was growing up in the 90s because all the nude liners that I could ever get my hands on, I grew up in Virginia. I did not grow up near a MAC and there wasn't Sephora at the time. So we didn't have the options that everybody has now. The only lip liners that I could really find were warm browns. It was all about the warm nude. I think one time I found a liner to fill in brows. It might have been Revlon, one of those drugstore brands, and it was cool toned, and I literally used it until I could not use it, and then when I went back to go and purchase it, it was gone, of course. I'm going to do my version, my dream nude lip from the 90s. Pro tip, use a little bit of concealer on your lips. You want to blot them out and make sure they're neutralized so there's no red or pink peeking through and it doesn't interfere with your true nude. I'm going to take a little bit of concealer. This is mine, so I'm going to use it directly on my lips. This is the Tower 28 concealer. And then I'm just gonna feather all around, make sure our lips are nice and prepped. And I'm gonna take a little bit of pressed powder. This is Palisades Pink from Tower 28 on a powder puff and just set that. I'm gonna go in with the liner first. This is Total Taupe from Makeup Forever. I'm just gonna line my lips, do a little overdraw on the Cupid's bow like I normally do. Liner is on, don't panic. I'm gonna take a tiny brush and I'm just gonna feather the lip liner in. Make sure it's nice and even. Okay, lip liner is blended, so I need the most perfect nude. This is Hoe is Life from Melt Cosmetics. Melt Cosmetics nudes are some of the best nudes on the market. They have one called Nude, N-O-O-D, which is quite literally like a concealer lip. It's the nudest nude ever. It's amazing. And I normally would have used that, but I wanted to use something a little bit different, but still use a Melt Cosmetics nude, because like I said, they're some of my favorites. So this is Hoe is Life, and I'm just gonna swipe her on. This is the nude lip of my dreams. I feel like this is the cool girl nude, and I don't mean that as a play on words because it is a cool tone nude, but I mean it literally like it's the cool girl nude, because whenever I wear a nude lipstick, it's usually a lot warmer and a lot peachier than this. It almost feels like a goth nude in a way because of how cool toned and kind of gray it is. And this kind of lip definitely works with the makeup I have on, something a little bit more minimal. Or if you wanted to pack a smoky eye on, that would be amazing too. However, if you're looking at this and you're thinking, it's cool, but I can't pull that off. It's too nude, it's too cool toned, I just can't do it. I have a way to remedy that. Grab any nude gloss. This is the Phyto Glow Shimmer in Cosmic from Naturium. So it is a little warm toned and it's also a little shimmery, so it's going to give the lip a little bit of dimension. I'm just going to take my finger, and that kind of glammed it up a little bit, gave it just a little bit more dimension. It's a little bit more wearable. I love makeup trends and I love lipstick, and I also love figuring out how to make makeup trends work for the everyday person. Which lip trend was your favorite? I'm hard pressed to say only one, but I do love that 90s cool tone lip. It's so good. Just got to figure out where I can wear it. Happy National Lipstick Day. Thank you so much for joining me. And next week, I'm actually going live at Santa Monica College for a bridal demo. So I won't be releasing a video because I'll be going live that morning. All the information will be posted, so stay tuned for that. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you all soon.